Hey guys, John here. Welcome back to Blue Dragon RPG Review. Today I thought that maybe I would go over these critical hit and critical fumble decks by Paizo. I got a comment from Draven Swiftbow in my video about getting back my collection, and he didn't realize that Paizo had made critical hit and critical fumble decks dating that far back. So I remember picking these up, but I can't really remember exactly when, like what year or anything. I know I was currently running a 3.5 game, so this is 3.5 OGL compatible, and it says Pathfinder role-playing game. So I'm not sure. Let me put this down. Okay, 2009 Paizo. I'm pretty sure Pathfinder came out that year. I think they had play tested it 2 years before, and I think it officially came out 2009, but I might be mistaken. Like I said, I don't quite remember. It's like the older I get, the more my memory is weird. But this is definitely compatible with anything 3.5. So I remember getting these and using them for my campaign for D&D. So these are pretty cool. They retailed for $10.99 at the time. I watched Draven's review of the second edition decks, but I can't remember how much those go for. Probably more than $10.99 nowadays. So yeah, you've got your bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and magic crit. So I always thought that these were cool. My table always really liked them. So for slashing, it says we've got a bleeder, normal damage, and 2d6 bleed. So those, those must have been specific to Pathfinder. 2d6 bleed. I'm not, I'd have to look that up in the book or whatever. Painful poke, double damage, and target can take only one move or standard action next round. Yeah, so these were just really cool to have your players draw, if they crit or if they got crit. So as a DM, it's kind of fun to see your player's reaction when you roll and then you reach for the box. They're always like, oh shoot, what am I getting hit with? Triple damage. So I'm looking forward to eventually picking up the Pathfinder 2E critical hit and fumble deck. So yeah, that was the critical hit deck. I like how it had the decapitated head on the cards. Critical fumble deck is basically the same thing. Retailed for the same thing. I guess that came out. These probably came out around the same time, I would imagine. Pretty sure the 2E ones were released around the same time too. That would make sense. Fumble. So melee, ranged, natural, or magic. So you've got the different situations. I like this head rush. You're sickened for 1d4 rounds. The spell hits you instead of the target. This is something I do in my magic system anyways. I always have players roll a second roll for magic just to see how effective their spell was. So if they roll good, a magic missile might do 1d8 damage. If they roll a 20, it might do 1d8 damage. If they roll somewhere in between, like 10 and 19, it might do a 1d6. A 2 to 9 might do the typical 1d4 missile damage, and then a 1, I have it misfire, so to speak, and blow up in their hand, kind of like a Roman candle or something. So, yeah, these are fun. My table always liked these. So as a DM, when you pick up this deck, they get excited because that means the enemy has fumbled. And so that might be very beneficial to the players. It's always good when the enemy spellcaster or archer gets confused for one round, right? So yeah, these are cool. I'm glad that I got these back. These are definitely fun to implement at your table, and I'm currently running one of my games right now is a 3.5 game. So I can go back to using this particular deck. Paizo has put out some great stuff over the years, especially with this 2E stuff that I've been seeing on Draven's channel. Definitely got to pick up some 2E stuff. The more I read about 2E, the more I want to start playing. And the back of those cards are awesome. They've got the one, the bloodied one. Those are cool. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to make a quick video about these, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know in the comment section below if you use critical hit or critical fumble decks. I'm sure Paizo is probably not the only company that makes decks like this. I'm sure other companies have similar ideas like this. So let me know if you use any of these decks at your table. Makes things a little more interesting, eh? All right, guys. I will talk to you all in the next video.